All right, so I'm surprised I haven't gotten to this fight yet, but Khalil Roundtree versus Alex Poatan Pereira for UFC 307 on the same card as Max Holloway and Eli Topuria. That's a pretty good card, man. It's beautiful already. This is gonna be a good fight. I'm not surprised at the outrage that this matchup has gotten so far from MMA fans and light heavyweight fighters alike. I, for one, do not believe Khalil Roundtree deserved this title fight. Pick your piece of evidence on why. You could go with Khalil being caught with the whole PED usage that got him pulled out of the Jamal Hill fight, or Khalil's overall resume. His last fight being against Anthony Lionheart Smith, the shit fighter who thinks he's on the same level as John Jones on paper. There's a lot of things you could point out. That being said, I still think this fight is going to be entertaining, and I'm actually really excited for it. And I think if you're still upset about this matchup, I think you just really don't like kickboxing or Muay Thai, because I think there's going to be a heavy amount of it, and I think that's going to be absolutely beautiful to watch, especially for me who's recently gotten into Muay Thai. I find it to be really, really fun, and I'd love to see a showcase, an absolute clinic put out there between those two fighters. And I think that's what it's going to be. I think the hardest thing that I've had to do regarding this fight is choose a victor, because when I make these fight videos, I like to give you guys a precise winner, especially a rundown on how they win. And for this fight, I think it's just been really hard because you got Alex Pereira, a monster with so much power in his hands that can really find almost anyone's chin. I told you guys that I believe there are only 3 fighters in the UFC who, Alex would have a hard time trying to find their chin. And those 3 are, of course, John Jones, Tom Aspinall, and Israel Adesanya. I think anybody outside of those 3, Alex can pretty, fairly find their chin. And Khalil Roundtree, I believe, is within that bunch. So, although I feel like Alex can find Khalil's chin, if Khalil brings that heavy Muay Thai base that he is known for, I think Alex is going to have a hard time trying to find his chin, and I think that's just what makes this fight so interesting, and I think that's what's going to draw this fight out and make it so fucking entertaining, So, that being said, man, I think this fight is really just going to be beautiful, and if I had to give you guys, a specific winner, first and foremost, I think this fight is going to go one of 2 ways. The first way is that Alex finds any area on Khalil's head, targets it, attacks it, and Khalil goes to sleep. Whether that's a leg kick to the head, or a fist to the chin, or to the top of the head, or anywhere really. Or I feel like Khalil can ultimately just again utilize that heavy Muay Thai style and batter Pereira for all 5 rounds in terms of defending Pereira's strike attempts and then returning immediately with his own, and in doing so, putting on an impressive performance and swaying the judges to a unanimous decision or a split decision. And I think that's definitely possible. I think that's that is a fair probability of happening, because I feel like Khalil definitely realizes that this is, his big shot. It's win or go home. It's all or nothing. You have the chance of being the UFC light heavyweight champion and defeating arguably the face of the UFC at this point in time. So I think, Khalil's going to take this seriously, have a really good camp, hone what he needs to hone, and go out there and do what he's known for, but on a whole nother level. And I think that's enough to go bar for bar, band for band with Alex Poatan Pereira. That being said, I am not disregarding the monster that Alex is. I'm fully aware that Alex will also bring it, and as he always does. A lot of fighters can't get out of fucking round 1 with this guy. So I think it's just going to be a really big battle, and I'm excited, man. Again, I don't think it's fairly earned by Khalil, but damn, is it going to be entertaining. I think this will feed fight fans for quite a while. But again, I'm totally aware of the fact that, you know, Khalil could get clipped within the first 2 minutes. You know, I could say all this shit about Khalil and watch him get fucking slept by Alex like all these other fighters have been. But yeah, if I have to give you guys a specific, because I'm gonna end this video on this, if I have to give you guys a specific way or you know, specific victor and how they're gonna win, I'm gonna lean on the fucking wild side here. You know, I'm gonna be a little bit of a X Games guy, and tell you guys that I'm gonna side with Khalil Roundtree on this one. I think Khalil Roundtree is gonna do what he needs to do. I think he's gonna really come in and look like fucking Rodtang out there. You know, look like what is his name, Bukar. You know, a real Muay Thai legend, and do enough to not completely shut Pereira down, but you know, do enough to convincingly win. I don't think he's going to knock out Pereira, but I feel like, you know, he's going to be able to defend a lot of strike attempts from Pereira and return with some of his own that'll land and connect on Pereira and do enough to get a either unanimous decision or a split decision. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think there's going to be takedowns. I don't think this fight's going to go to the ground. I think it's going to all happen on the feet, and I think it's going to go the full 5. And if Pereira was to win, I would predict that, you know, he wins late in the fight, you know. But right now, I'm going to go with Khalil Roundtree. And if I change my mind, I will surely let you guys know. But for now, I got Khalil doing what he needs to do, winning after a full 5 rounds by unanimous decision or a split decision, swaying the judges over, and achieving his dream, you know, after all he's been through, because he is a damn sure inspirational guy. And I'd also love to see what type of speech he'd cook up, you know, after winning the light heavyweight belt. But anyway, that's my prediction. That's my whole spiel on the upcoming fight. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Love you guys. Let me fucking know. Love y'all.